Hello, team players. The Tian Xia character guide is finally out. And today I want to talk about my personal favorite new ancestry, the Samsaran. So here are my top 5 Samsaran feats in Pathfinder 2e. Let's dive in. First up, we've got Remnants of the Past. You gain the adopted ancestry feats and can select any common or uncommon ancestry for the feats. You also gain the additional lore skill feat for whatever ancestry you chose. This one is huge. Pretty sure this is the only way to get an uncommon ancestry with the adopted ancestry feats. When combined with other Samsaran feats, this can allow for some very interesting builds. For example, combining Dragon's Presence from Kobold with the next feat on this list can be very effective. For this video's level 5 feat, I've gone with 1,000 Year Grudge. Once per day, when you succeed at a demoralized check, you can make one creature that you successfully demoralize sickened rather than frightened. The DC to recover from this sickened condition is your Intimidation DC. This is another huge one, because not only is sickened better than frightened, because it doesn't go down every turn, but this is any creature that you successfully demoralized. That means if you have a way of demoralizing more than one creature, you can use this on any of them. And since it uses your Intimidation DC rather than their Fortitude DC, some creatures might have a hard time getting over this sickened condition, as a lot of enemies have high Fortitude saves. If you're really good in Intimidation, this is an excellent feat to pick up. For level 9, I've gone with Memory of Skill. For one action, once per day, you can choose any one skill. Your proficiency in that skill goes up by 1 rank, temporarily. So you can go from untrained to trained, trained to expert, or expert to master. You can't use this feat to become legendary in the skill you pick, but you can use this to use skill actions that you normally wouldn't be able to. For example, if you're untrained in athletics and you use this to become trained in athletics, you can use the disarm action. This increased proficiency rank lasts for 1 minute, and it is a temporary thing, so you can't use it to qualify for feats. But it's still a fantastic feat for in and out of combat, especially for characters that don't have a huge amount of skills, like fighters. There's only 2 feats for level 13, and one of them just allows you to use the feat I just covered more often. So instead, I'm going to cover Water to Water. This allows you to cast Translocate as a twice per day occult innate spell. Also, if you happen to be standing in water at least ankle deep, you don't have to make the gestures or anything, which generally means no reactions from enemies. This feat is pretty darn amazing for anyone who wants to be a ranged attacker. Whether you're a spellcaster or something like a bow and arrow fighter. Particularly ranged martials, as they won't have access to this spell. Enemy getting too close to you, just teleport away twice per day. And if you happen to be in water, no reactive strike. Pretty darn amazing here. The last feat I want to cover for this video is The Cycle Continues. Once per day, if you would be reduced to 0 hit points and gain the dying condition or would otherwise die, you prevent yourself from dying and regain 68 plus half your level hit points. If the cause of your death was a condition or effect that would still cause you to die after you regain hit points, you suppress that condition for 1 minute. So, for example, if you're doomed to 4, then you suppress that for 1 minute after using this feat. Keep in mind that using this feat does not increase your wounded condition. This feat plus the Die Hard feat means you could go to dying 6 before you actually die, making this feat absolutely amazing for martials, particularly if you take the first feat on this list and choose Orc. But really, this feat is amazing for any character. It's also a really good feat for healers like clerics. I definitely recommend this one too. Of course, there are other feats in this ancestry that are pretty amazing. For example, I Will Return. All this has happened before, and of course, Secrets of the Past. But these that I covered in this video are what I consider to be the best ones, by far. But overall, Samsarans are really good at recall knowledge, and they're pretty tough, especially when you combine them with the Orc ancestry, which you can do with the first feat on this list. Or, of course, with the half-Orc versatile heritage. These guys are probably my favorite ancestry now. But if you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a like. And, of course, get on the Discord, do all that other YouTube stuff. And, of course, if you like builds, you can check out these videos here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, teamwork is vital. It helps us solve problems.